Hey, sharing your experiences with some friends can be extremely beneficial to your mental health. Court is standing by with some guests who've taken this advice to heart.
Indeed. And this is a situation that I think is common for a lot of people, but we don't really talk about the fact that this ends up being group therapy sometimes. When you go to the hair salon, when you go to the barber shop, we've got Dr. Troy Williams, who's here with us from the Urban League, Ronnie Cobb, also with the Urban League, Mai Helton, Nate O'Forley with It's My Hair Salon. And you guys are also doing this with another hair salon, Dream Girls in Elk Grove. Let's tell you what this thing is. Ronnie, I want to start with you because thinking about the idea of getting together, collective group sessions, right? Sometimes we sit and just talk about stuff, but it ends up being therapeutic. At the Urban League, you decided to turn this into something.
Well, you know, it's funny when Dr. Williams first brought this concept to our attention. The fact that we know that the best and worst advice happens in the barbershop.
Best and worst.
So you get the good stuff, the bad stuff, and you buy everything on discount.
Sure, sure.
But what we thought was the fact that we come there comfortably. You know, historically, that's where people of color have come together at this personal, private place that we could have a voice and be heard one way or the other, regardless of what our ages were. What better place to hold such a thing than at the actual barbershop?
Sure, sure. And Dr. Williams, I know that this is already happening at the barbershops with the men. What kinds of conversations have you had that made you decide this is something that the Urban League should get involved with?
Well, we know that historically African Americans are underrepresented when it comes to receiving therapy. We also know that they're more misdiagnosed, right? Our statistics also tell us that they are 20% more likely to experience some type of trauma. So we knew that when we began to do the research, we wanted to find out where is a safe space that we can go and have an intervention, a space that often Black folks are at, which is the barbershop or salons, right? To kind of decrease the barriers for that type of interaction. So we brought an actual therapist into the space, and the feedback has been amazing.
This is wonderful. So Ronnie, you kind of got together and figured out the partnerships that would make this thing. You know, I have an affinity for It's My Hair Salon, our makeover sponsor here on Good Day, but also Dream Girls in Elk Grove. So you've decided 2 different locations so that folks, wherever they are in the county, can get in on this.
Yeah, one of the biggest things we talked about was having something in both the north and the south area to make sure we could cover our city. And the beauty of this is the fact that folks can comfortably go to these locations, and we've been very strategic in the places we picked. We've had a chance to sit and talk with different salons, different barbershop owners, and like you said, though, it was almost a no-brainer when we first went to visit It's My Hair. I mean, I probably sat in there for maybe 10 minutes, and I just liked what I felt. I liked how people were treated, liked the conversations they were having, and the same thing with Dream Girls. I mean, Shari and those guys are just phenomenal in how they treat people, but the dialogue is already happening, and for us to add a professional clinician, it will take it to a whole nother level.
The dialogue. So you guys have been stylists you've got decades of experience between the 2 of you. You sit and talk with people for hours every day, all day. What are some of the stories that are coming out? And I don't want you to tell anybody's business. But what are the stories that are coming out
to protect the innocent?
Exactly. that you've noticed that are conversations that other women are having as well.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's everyday life struggles, right? And life successes. Like when people get promotions, we celebrate them. When people have pitfalls like divorce or struggling with their children, or just inner struggles, right? We get to hear them out, add our little viewpoint to it, and then when they return back and say, hey, I tried what you said, or hey, that advice that you gave me, or just being able to release it, you can see the lightness that they're walking in versus the heaviness when they walk in the first time.
They shed some of that when they walk out. And I know sometimes the clients get involved too, so it's kind of like everybody's involved.
It's a group session.
It's a group session. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about when and where folks can get these sessions. The first one is going to be like a group session, men and women, right?
Well, the first one for the ladies is, well, for the men to kick off 2024, we're going to be doing it at our office this Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Urban League office in North Sac. But then for the ladies, January 18th, we'll kick off at Dream Girls at 6 o'clock p.m. in Elk Grove. And then on January 25th, we'll be at It's My Hair in the North area.
Excellent. And then it will be every once a month.
Yes, it'll be the 3rd and 4th Thursdays for the ladies, 1st and 2nd Thursdays for the men.
Excellent. So let's just make it easy. We're going to link all the details to our website, gooddaysacramento.com, under show info. And today's date, you can connect with the Urban League, with Dream Girl Salon, or with It's My Hair Salon. And also make your appointments. Because let me just tell you, There's nothing better than getting your hair massaged and washed while having a therapy session. It's next world.
That works for throwing ice.
Thank you so much for coming in, guys. Again, all those details are on our website. T, back to you.